The next patch for Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2 has now dropped. It's patch 7, and today we're going to go through all of those important patch notes, as well as talk about everything that you need to know within the Trygon update. Some of the new features included within this update are a new operation named Exfiltration, which is set on Avarax. Other features include private lobbies within PvP, where you can choose the mode and map, as well as also change the gameplay settings such as score and time limit, and even damage modifiers to create your own custom game. PvE also sees some new features. These include prestige ranks. This allows you to keep improving your class after reaching the maximum level. Each prestige rank will increase XP gain by 10%. PvE also sees an extension to the list of weapons that are available throughout all of the 6 classes. There's a new secondary weapon, the Inferno pistol, and it's available for the Sniper, Heavy, Assault and Vanguard class. There's also new class-based matchmaking added within operations. It's been implemented to reduce the frequency of matchmaking with other people of the same class. PvP has also seen some changes with experimental skill-based matchmaking and team balancing being implemented. The public test server has been a useful addition to the development team, with them having lots of feedback from the community to allow them to make these changes. If you're a Space Marine Season Pass holder, you'll see some of the new content is now available to you. The Space Wolves chapter pack, which includes the champion for the Vanguard and the weapon skins for the Bulk Carbine, Thunderhammer and the Chainsword, as well as some other customization features for the helmet, chest, pauldron, greave and heraldry markings. But that's not all. The Imperial Fist champion pack also sees the champion for tactical and the signature weapon skin for the plasma incinerator. Customization sees new colours added. These include the Volupus pink and the Thousand Suns blue. You can now also recolour the cloth for bulwarks as part of their chest armour. And you can also recolour the hands of the gauntlet armour piece. This update also sees some rebalancing to the rewards in the Eternal War. Match rewards have been increased by 50%, and base experience for PvE has also been increased by 10% for all difficulties. Further gameplay and balancing changes see a massive rebalance and rework of weapon perks. To find out some more information, I'll leave a link to the official patch notes in the video description and in the pinned comment, so you can read the individual weapon changes for yourself. But it does seem to affect every single firearm and melee weapon in the game. It's also been said within these patch notes that there'll be a second pass on class, weapon and prestige perks in the patch 8 update. Class perks have also seen an update to the Tactical, Sniper and Heavy class. Tactical's Radiating Impact sees a fix to the incorrect bonus stack when using the Auspex scan. Sniper's Squad Renewal sees a fix to the incorrect ability charger, restoring 15% instead of a planned 10. There's also been a fix to a typo in the Renewal perk description, a 5% ability charge restored instead of an actual 15. Heavy class Enhanced Force sees fixed bonuses to the melee hold attacks that was mistakenly working, in addition to a bonus to all of the melee attacks. There's also been some general balancing to the Assault class in PvE only. The jump pack ability's recharge speed has been increased by 10%. Ground and Pound restores 30% of the maximum contested health, regardless of the type of enemy and their numbers. This is a major buff to the Assault class survivability. There's also a maximum cap to restore Fade HP per action, and a max target to restore health per action to the following weapons: the Multi-Melter, the Melter Rifle, Heavy Plasma Incinerator and the Plasma Incinerator. Other changes see a large amount of small fixes to the level geometry collision in PvP. There's been lots of minor animation fixes for various enemies, but one that's been highlighted within these patch notes is affixed to an issue causing a perfect parry against Carnifex and Hellbrutes, not enabling the gun strike. In terms of operations, the first operation, Inferno, has had a large amount of small fixes in its level geometry, as well as fixes to where enemies may get stuck in certain areas. Also, in addition to this operation, if a player reaches the extraction zone at the final stage of the level, other players will be forcibly teleported after some time. Another operation that's seen some updates is Obelisk. There's been some fixes to the camera, which was reported to be clipping in certain areas. But there's also been some new voiceover that's been added to make the objectives in the final gameplay sequence a little bit clearer. Finally then, just some general fixes. These include fixing an issue with the gun strike misfiring in rare cases, as well as the jump pack ability changing targets in some cases. Issues with ordeals not counting correctly, fixed a lot of minor issues with perks providing smaller gameplay bonuses than in the listed descriptions, as well as them not triggering correctly and also not providing any benefits to contested health in some cases. There's been minor animation fixes for players, UI, sound and visual effects, as well as localization fixes. And in terms of the game's tech, there's been some crash fixes, general stability and connectivity improvements, along with some major optimizations for both PvE and PvP, as well as seeing some slight improvements to performance. So that's everything within patch 7, the Trygon update within Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2. Of course, if you want to learn a little bit more about this update in more depth, as mentioned, I'll leave a link to the patch notes in the video description and in the pinned comment. But feel free to discuss your opinions on this in the comments below. Do you think it's improved the game, or do you think there's still a few more things that need tweaking? Also, let me know your thoughts on the new PvE map. And of course, if there's any more updates within this game, I'll bring them to you as soon as I can.